James here, biomedical neuroscientist and also holistic health coach. I did a segment recently about holistic coaching, and I decided that I should pull out an understanding of what a holistic coach is able to do for a person. So we're going to think of a person who has either ADHD or ADHD symptoms. And since we're all on quarantine in the house, and since we're all overeating to one aspect or another, we decided to do something to show you what a holistic coach can do. I'm going to give you tips on exercising, and I'm going to give you tips about eating while you're in the house. Just as adults with ADHD may struggle with to understand what people are saying, they may also misinterpret what their bodies are telling them. They mistake feeling upset or bored for hunger. There is a link between ADHD and overeating. Those who live by impulse eat by impulse. Eating compulsively is the main cause of obesity in many adults with ADHD. I have found that the condition is 5 times more prevalent among overeaters than in general population. Just as adults with ADHD may struggle to understand what someone is saying, they have difficulty interpreting what their bodies are telling them. They mistake feeling upset or bored for feeling hungry, and many reach for food to combat the boredom. I've come up with tips specifically designed for overeaters who have ADHD. Notice that there are no recipes. It's all about changing the way you think, feel, and behave. You have to learn to use your ADHD brain to lose weight. Having ADHD is like having a good engine and lousy brakes. Instead of focusing on not eating, focus your high-revving brain on something positive, such as cooking healthy food or starting an exercise program. Don't expect to resist food temptations. As a matter of fact, try to avoid them instead. Keep the foods you typically overeat out of the house altogether. And if you must eat ice cream or a Big Mac or do something, do it infrequently. And only do it with a watchdog or a friend or in public. You got to do things like take time to exercise. Do what doesn't come naturally. When you feel a slump in your energy or mood, force yourself without asking whether you feel like it or not into a short burst of activity, such as a brisk 10-minute walk. This will leave you with greater energy, decreased tension, and less subjective to hunger. The next thing you have to do is avoid boredom and stimulate your ADHD brain. Get your minimum daily requirement of stimulation. Boredom and restlessness frequently translate into hunger. Interesting tasks will decrease your reliance on food for amusement. Avoid TV, which provides little brain stimulation and is a common trigger for overeating. You also have to schedule when you eat. People with ADHD are often unaware of their feelings. The tendency to think 3 steps ahead often disconnects them from what they feel at the moment. They need to be reminded to eat. In order to avoid getting hungry and overdoing it, eating something every 4 hours, the stimulation may lessen feelings of restlessness. Pay attention to the experience of eating. More than actual enjoyment of food, it's the anticipation of pleasure that causes most binge. The next time you binge, ask yourself whether you're enjoying your food, and ask again every 5 minutes. Are you tasting your food or are you gulping it? So you can move on to something else. Teach yourself when to stop eating. Use preset serving sizes. Focus on changing feelings during a meal. Practice stopping at different feeling states that precede the feeling of being stuffed. Eat with a friend who can make you aware of these states. Don't give up if you blow it. Don't berate yourself when you make a mistake. If yelling at yourself were effective, wouldn't you be perfect by now? Restart your healthy eating plan and forget the past. Slim up with these tips. Eat less by using a smaller plate and always leaving something on it. Do sit-ups, crunches, and core exercises to firm up your stomach and decrease the size of your waist. Make your stomach look smaller by making other parts of your body look bigger. Lift weights to build up your chest, your shoulders, and your arms. Avoid perfectionism and don't give up no matter what. Results take time. Go easy on yourself and be patient. 1 day and 1 pound at a time. Holistic coaching does work. Just call the number on the screen. 240-383-4800, and my staff will be glad to give you either an online appointment or an in-person appointment.